Sup rivals, Blake Chaos here, your friendly neighborhood foul-mouthed meme lord, and today we're checking out, like everybody else I'm sure, just waiting with bated breath to click on it, the Season 1 Eternal Knights official trailer from Marvel Rivals. Now, this thing is only 1 minute long, so I'm a little bit sketched out on, are we just going to get some kind of like thematics trailer? I doubt we're going to get a whole bunch of gameplay from a 1 minute trailer, which personally bums me out, but we know we're getting the Fantastic Four, and so that's going to give us 2 duelists with Torch and Reed Richards, and we're also going to get a new support, which I'm personally stoked for, because hopefully they're giving us another character with a giant dumpster, but we're also getting a new tank, so maybe the Thing will be my tank of choice, because my Venom gameplay, even though I love him, is trash, and all the other tanks just don't make any sense to me. Let's take a look at what we've got for the Eternal Knights trailer. Marvel at these rival games. Alright, we're losing precious time to openers. Are we gonna get Galactica in here? Is she gonna be added?
Been sheltered by the light for far.
Wait. Whose voice is this? This is not Blade's voice. There's no way. I wish we were getting Blade off rip. Wait, that's not Doctor Strange. Check the hands. Whoa, check the fingies. That's not Doctor Strange right there. Alright, we got the Thing. Our new tank, which is gonna be dope. Wait, is this Dracula? The Does Dracula fight the Fantastic Four? I don't know anything canonically about any of the Fantastic Four. I'm not a huge Fantastic Four fan. Okay, so we got our Fantastic Four goons. Oh my god, that is Dracula right there. All right, I'll finish it out. I couldn't believe that. So it's as I expected. I am a little bit disappointed because it's way less of any kind of gameplay and more of just like cinematic art stuff. If you're into that, that's cool. It's just not something that I really give too much of a shit about. And we already knew what characters were coming, and based on looking at even some of the cinematics, we don't really get a whole lot about their moveset or any of that kind of stuff. It has been made clear that both the Torch and Stretchy Man, Reed Richards, don't know his actual Fantastic Four name. They're going to be duelists. The Thing obviously is going to be a tank. If they use anything but a tank, I will be very confused. And then our Invisible Woman, who's also going to be a healer. I saw a lot of people complaining about her being in the healing class or the strategist class or whatever, but mainly because she's one of the strongest characters of the Fantastic Four, apparently. But healers like Mantis, Luna, and definitely Cloak and Dagger, like they're probably the strongest characters in the game where you can keep your team alive, do a lot of DPS, and kind of be nuts. But anyway, so let's just kind of scroll back for a second because I want to take a look at this right here. So we're going to get Drac at some point is my guess here. I figured we would get Blade a lot faster. With all the like vampiric stuff and whatnot, I figured we would get Blade here too, or like see him somewhere in the trailer maybe. But this is nuts, because this is clearly Dracula. It doesn't look like it's Morbius. I thought that was Doctor Strange going through the door, but the hands kind of gave it away with the claws or whatever, so that's pretty sick. And they didn't do us dirty. They gave us Miss Invisible, or the Invisible Woman with a nice dumpster on it looks like. So, all right, I'm going to zoom back through and try and hit some of these shots that we actually saw a little bit of potential movesets and stuff like that. So here, it looks like, again, dumpy, but it looks like we see something that the Invisible Woman is doing. Maybe this is kind of a little bit like Cloak's bubble. Maybe it's a little bit more powerful. Maybe it's a little bit bigger. That would be kind of sick. Be capping points with this whole thing and all that kind of stuff. So maybe that's an ability. Maybe it's not. It's not really clear because, again, this is more cinematic driven than actual gameplay driven, which I don't know what I expected. Let's see if there's anything else that really like stood out as, you know, movesets. Nothing really here. It looks like I was going to say the Hulk, but the Thing, I mean, he's just kind of like crashing into and able to move things, so nothing really crazy or unexpected there. Not a whole lot in terms of like what we would expect from the moveset. I'm just going to zoom it back and watch that through. The only thing that I can think of there is like, could he maybe push the cart, or is he going to have some kind of like push-off knockback ability? No idea. Again, these are like cinematics, but it's cool to speculate regardless. So Strange has something to do with all this, of course, because he is appearing in this a couple of times. So let's go from here. I wonder if Drax, actually, I'm just going to talk through some of this stuff too. So these like tendrils or whatever, or like lines of bats, it kind of reminds me of Venom's tendrils. So I wonder if that's going to be part of Drax moveset whenever he comes out, assuming that they're going to add him. It's not just going to be for storytelling points. It would also be nuts if he's able to go into some kind of bat form or summon various bats, kind of like how we get with Magic, how she can summon her little demon after she pops in and out of her portals. So cool stuff to look forward to for Drax.
The time has come.
All right, yeah, just wanted to double check. This is definitely a Doctor Strange. It looks like him from the back, mainly because of the red cape and the gold ornamentation or armor set. But clearly from the hands and I guess the thorns in the armor here, it's obviously Dracula going into like Strange's compound or something. I don't know. Multiversal. And that's kind of it in terms of gameplay, I think. I'll just run it back through because I think we see a little bit of the torch. Now we start to see Invisible Man being able to, or not Invisible Man, Stretch Armstrong, Reed Richards, whatever his Fantastic Four name is. We start to see like a little bit of what he can do here with just like stretching, but that's not going to help us really understand how he's going to play in the game. I think that just feels more cinematic. I would imagine that since he's a duelist, he's going to be able to like, hit people from a distance and maybe kind of play the back line. I don't know. We'll see.
Nowhere left to hide, and your fire will cease to burn.
Okay, so this is Torch. We don't really get a whole lot of Torch except for he made the cool little symbol.
Of eternal.
So one thing we do get there, which maybe that was kind of completely obvious from other screenshots that we've seen before, but he's obviously going to be a flyer. So we're looking at like kind of another Iron Man or Storm type of player where lots of like floating ability. And I wonder if he's going to be like an always in the air type beat, or if we're going to have some mix of like ground play and being in Torch form, and then kind of like the Hulk changes into, Bruce Banner when he runs out of juice. But we'll see there. I don't know. And then the bat's coming out. So, I mean, I'm going to be honest. I feel a little bit disappointed in the trailer, mainly because I just don't really care about cinematics alone. I wish if they were going to drop this, they would drop it with some gameplay in it, make it a little bit more robust, understandingly. I mean, they are just kind of using this to storytell and all that kind of good stuff, but it's just not things that I'm super stoked for. Also, too, like the Fantastic Four, I think they're going to be great additions. I'm definitely looking forward to trying the tank and trying all of the characters, but probably trying the support in Invisible Woman, not just for the dumpster. That just seems to be the role that I play. But also, too, the other thing that I guess I'm looking forward to is Drax is potentially going to be in the game, and we know that we're supposedly getting Blade as well. But I think the other thing that I was personally looking forward to is like Deadpool. Where's Deadpool going to enter in, and when's that going to come out? Are we going to get Gambit? Because there's been a lot of talk of whether Gambit's coming. If that happens, I'm going to go full Channing Tatum, and I will be doing cosplays on stream, and be ready for that if they decide to add Gambit in here. But all in all, I'm stoked for Season 1. Season 0 has been awesome, and it's just kind of an initial launch that's only lasted a month. I think Season 1's supposed to last us for 3 months, and I'm imagining we will get characters trickled out over that period of time. But what do you think about the trailer? Are you excited for Season 1? Have you lost all of your luster for Marvel Rivals in the 1 month that it's been out? Are you stoked for the Fantastic Four? Do you not really give it? Do you think Drax is going to be fun to play? Do you think the Fantastic Four are going to be game-breaking? Let me know in the comments, and I'll catch you in the next one.